You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
The coaching staff is slowly but surely coming in place, and a former Miami Dolphins head coach has a new job. And a former Patriots head coach may have been cheated. Who knows?
Hold up! It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. Got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast, and official affiliates of Fanatics. Well, you could be a fanatic of your favorite franchise, and Kadeem hit us with the perfect line before I cut him off so rudely. He said maybe a coach has been cheated. But if the coach cheated, was he really cheated, Kadeem?
I think so, yes.
All right, so we're talking about off the top rope. Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Won't be getting in. Nah, bruh. It ain't happening, they said, the Hall of Fame committee. And I think it's funny because I think the Hall of Fame's a joke. I think the Pro Bowl is a joke. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders. He's a Pro Bowler now. What else is a joke? Something else. Oh, MVP. MVP is a joke. So we just got jokes. Like nothing matters no more. It doesn't matter. However, two things could be true at the same time. Boy, you cheated. And if you ask me, it should have been asterisk next to those Super Bowls. So I guess they feel like, you know what? We didn't dock your Super Bowls, but we're going to dock your Hall of Fame. And I'll go one more step. I hope Brady gets it too. Just to give him the there you go. And bro, you know what? Everything will be ratified, bro. If they snub Brady out of a first ballot, I'll be like, yo, there is justice in the football world. But I doubt they'll do that.
I think, yeah, Brady going to the Bucks and win the Super Bowl means he's probably not going to like be snubbed. And I understand the whole, Belichick cheated, the Patriot cheated, all that kind of stuff. I'm also the kind of at a point where it's like, can he punish him twice? Because like, didn't he get punished for Spygate?
Is it really a punishment though? If it's just a slap on the wrist, what's the punishment for winning a Super Bowl, Kadeem? There's no real punishment you could give a team for that. Like you still won the Super Bowl. You cheated in the AFC Championship game, and you cheated in the Super Bowl. Like in the practices leading up to them. So you still won. There's no punishment you could get for that. You won. You could take the Super Bowl away. That's equivalent, but they didn't do that. So this is the way, like, all right, well, we're going to get you on your Hall of Fame. Since you were the ringleader, we're going to get you on your Hall of Fame.
But is it the Hall of Fame's place to dish out punishment decades later?
Hey, I'm here for it. I don't know whose job it is, but someone dropped the ball before when they were supposed to punish him the right way, and they didn't. So the fact that he's getting snubbed now, you're not going to hear nothing from me, Holmes. Not even a little bit. But what I do think was, I like, maybe he comes back and coaches in the NFL just to get the 420.
I don't think he comes back. I think if anything, that's kind of like,
is it 420 or was that the touchdown number? What's the well? Like, let me go look at my Don Shula ball.
You know what? This is as Charlie looked. This is
it's a HOF 97, but I thought it had the win total on there.
Yeah, first of all, quickly get through some comments. Only the real survivor of the salute. Talawa TV says, good evening, lads. And the other comments are about, to a degree, coaching changes, coaching staff. Although only the real survivor does say Brock Purdy wouldn't be known if it wasn't for Bill Belichick. So The Dolphins have made some hires. Obviously, we know that they brought in Jeff Hafley as the new head coach. John Eric Sullivan, aka Sully, is the general manager. I'll quickly run through all of the coaches that have been or coordinators that have been hired, and then we can kind of break down or discuss further who we want to talk about. So we have, in no particular order, Bobby Slowick has been promoted to offensive coordinator. Chris Tabor has been taken from the Bills special team coordinator, who was with the Bills, sorry. And then there's a new offensive line coach, Butch Barry has departed. He has joined the Chargers, along with another Dolphins coach. So Zach Yenser is a new offensive line coach. Ladell Betts is a running back coach. He came from the Giants. And Ryan Downard, sorry, is a defensive back coach. The Dolphins haven't appointed a defensive coordinator yet, but there seems to be a reason behind that. So, any coordinators you want to delve into? I assume Bobby Slowick will be the first one.
I believe Bobby Slowick will be the only one. Like, he's the only important one. Everybody else, Kadeem, I could do their job. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Kadeem. Except for O-line, I can't be an O-line coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. Can't be a D-line coach either. I could be any other coach.
So you go from I could do their jobs to I can't do that one and I can't do that one. But anyone else,
that's self-awareness, Kadeem. I call it like I see it. That's self-awareness. I hold myself accountable. You feel me? But anyway, all these other boys, I'm happy for them. Bro, 32 teams in the NFL, 90, 120, like all kind of coaches, bro. I know I could be better than some of these coaches, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I'm not there. So it is what it is. And right now we're at the bottom of the barrel, and we'll talk about another AFC East team that's at the bottom of the barrel too. That's probably not gonna have jobs at the end of middle of next season. But anyway, Bobby Slowick, Kadeem, probably the best hire of the offseason outside of Sully. And that's all the coaches included, right? So Bobby Slowick was actually on the team, so it's the best promotion, I should say. You know what I'm saying? So Sully comes in, hires Hafley. And by the way, this has to be said now that we're back on the air. There's a lot of Hafley PR going on out there. It's a lot of PR that the Dolphins are putting out behind Hafley and Sully. And I got to be real with you, it's working. It's working. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm behind these boys and I like them and I believe in them now. Nothing like that. But I will say I am happy for them. I am genuinely happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, I hope y'all boys pull this off. This is the American coach's dream. You know, you heard the term American dream. I'm sure you heard of it before. You know what I'm saying? This is an American dream. Nah, this is the American coach's dream, where you coach football in the United States and from Pop Warner, and you get your opportunity, and somehow you got to break the coach in college. And then next thing you know, you climb the ranks in college, become a head coach that you didn't think you'd ever get in a D1 school, by the way. Like, dang, I'm a D1 head coach. That's not too many of these. And all of a sudden you become a NFL head coach. Bro, Hafley's not ready, but I'm happy for dog. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he turns lemons into lemonade. You feel me? That being said, he has a really good opportunity because Bobby Slowick should be an offensive coordinator in the NFL, and he wasn't, and he was sitting on the bench for the Miami Dolphins behind a couple people, and now he has this opportunity to say, hey, I'm still an offensive coordinator in this league. Bobby Slowick, for those who don't know, came from the Houston Texans, and his first 2 seasons of CJ Stroud's first 2 seasons, Bobby Slowick was the offensive coordinator. I don't even think it's debatable to say those were his first 2 seasons of his career. His best seasons, my bad. His best 2 seasons of his career. Now, does it mean Bobby Slowick was the reason for Stroud's success? I don't believe that. I'll be lying to you if I said I did. But I do think he had a lot to do with CJ Stroud's success. And I also think he's ready to be an offensive coordinator in this league. I think he's better than some offensive coordinators, and we had that luxury to have him sitting on the bench. So I am excited more excited about Bobby Sloyd being the OC than I am for Hafley being the head coach. Kadeem.
Yeah.
I stopped talking, bro. You not gonna say nothing?
I thought like you were gonna ask a question or just like you can just stop, but I didn't realize.
No, I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, you know, Bobby Sloyd. Like, bro.
No, to be fair, and that is my fault. I was trying to get the name of basically the next Dolphins DC, so that's why I was kind of looking to my left. But yeah, Slowik's I mentioned his name. There was an article about like 4 potential offensive coordinators, and Slowik's name was like one of the names mentioned there. But people just assumed, that the Dolphins would bring in someone outside, aka someone from the Packers, basically. Hasn't happened. Slowik has been promoted and retained. Some believe it is like the final roll of the dice to try and get something out of Tua. Others believe that he's kind of like a lame duck. He's kind of here to, similar to Josh Boyer, when he was kind of retained as a DC, but no one really cared and knew he would be fired fairly quickly. So, yeah, Slowik will be interesting. So much is going to depend on, obviously, who the quarterback is, what the wide receiver room looks like, and I guess kind of just. I'm not saying I'm not disappointed in the hire of Slowik or like I'm not excited, but like with all the other hires, I'm waiting to see what this team looks like in 2026. Like I just don't see the point in getting my hopes up.
Bro, shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Cap, Rankin, right? Yeah, these boys is clowning in the comments. Kadeem, you said something there. Do you think there's an actual chance Tua is the starting quarterback of this team next year?
So the one thing I find really interesting about Dolphin fans who want an open competition at quarterback is that they don't want Tua to be part of that open competition. And when I ask why, no one can really give me an answer outside of they don't think he's good. But to me, it's if he's on the team and it's an open competition, why are you like what are you so afraid of? Like, are you afraid he's going to win and you're stuck with Tua for another year? I know, 5-Yard Lee is very, very, very adamant that given the dead cap situation with Tua's contract, he would rather have Tua in the building and playing than out of the building and you're paying him and he's doing something elsewhere. So I genuinely think there is a chance that Tua is the quarterback, and because I'm an agent of chaos, I would find it very, very funny. But yeah, I just find it interesting that Dolphin fans who preach open competition at quarterback don't want Tua to be part of the open competition. And I think it's because they're scared that he'll win. And then it will be like, if Tua does win the open competition, it will be that the only reason Sullivan and Hafley got the job and promoted Slowik is because Ross told them they have to start Tua. And it won't be maybe Tua was the best quarterback in the building. So yeah. Like I said, I'm here for it.
All right. On behalf of all of those who don't want Tua to be part of the quarterback competition, and you say you don't know why, I can answer why. Because he's not the same anymore. Now, can he get better somehow? Yes, for sure. But I, for one, don't believe he's going to be any better on this team than he was last year. I will say, I don't think he should be a part of the quarterback competition because I think we should let him go. I think we should just cut him. We started all over. We got a new head coach, new GM. We have honestly said this is a true rebuild. So if you're going to do that, you might as well cut all your losses now. For someone to have the idea that, it's a true rebuild, but we're going to keep Tua under contract. Now, it doesn't matter what dude's last name is. That's my dog. Tua Ningamano Olipola Tunga Valoa. That's my dog. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. If there is a quarterback on your roster that accounts for $99 million of dead cap and he's not gonna play this year, you just gotta eat it. Like, bro, it's like you ever Kadeem, ever you ever ate someone's food and you listen, and you're like, yo, this is not good, but you don't want to tell them that it's not good, so you just swallow it like, yo, this is bad.
Charlie, I have a story. I was dating this woman and she said she's gonna cook for me. She's gonna cook Sunday dinner. And I'm like, yo, okay, cool, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So she cooks like the chicken and the roast potato. She's got stuffing. Charlie, the food was so dry, I couldn't finish it. I genuinely, and she was like, oh, you're not hungry? I'm like, nah, I think I've got a bit of a stomachache. You know, I might have to go home. And I think genuinely, I think we lasted like another week. Like, Charlie, I couldn't stay with her because in my head, I'm thinking, how am I going to be with someone who's awful at cooking? Like, genuinely awful. Charlie, it was so bad. So bad.
Bro, hey, let us know in the comments if y'all ever had this, man. So hold up, Kadeem. I understand. All right, you can't get it down that time, right? All right, yo, baby, this is not it. But you don't want to tell her that. But at the same time, Kadeem, why not help her out next time? You know what I'm saying? You gotta cut her loose because she can't cook. Like, bro, why can't you like, all right, look, we're gonna figure this out together, and here are some tips. Now, if she refuses the offer, then it's like, all right, well, I can't live like this. I can understand that, Kadeem, but you just cut bait right there. That's crazy.
If you're going to hype yourself up as a cook, but oh, I'm a good cook, blah blah blah, and this is what you present, I can't tell you nothing because you think this is good, and if you think this is good, then then I'm happy for you. She's married with kids, and I'm like really happy for her. I don't know what she's feeding her family, but I ain't eating it, and that's yeah.
All right, so that's what we got going on with the Dolphins, bro. We don't like what they're cooking. You know what I'm saying? And need to we gotta scrap this and do it the right way. So that being said, scrap it, do it the right way. You about to get to some comments or something, Kadeem?
I was. How did you know? So we have shout out to Talaba TV. She says, "Good evening, lads." There's so many comments to get through. Cat for Life says, "Gentlemen." Jason Keck joined and said, "No, so only the will survive." And also, do you prefer only the will survive or Kenner Rankin? Let me know because I don't want to be like, I just put your name out there, but yeah. Only the will survive says, if this coaching staff trades Tua and have to give away a pick, I'm done with them. Jason Keck joined the chat and said, some people are freaking out because Butch Barry left. This just goes to show you how dumb some people are. That O-line was ranked 29th. Did you know the highest our offensive line has been ranked since 2014 is 28th? 11 years and the best is 28th. Gee, why can't we win anything? Cat for Life asks, why am I hearing a lot of Atlanta and Miami trade scenarios? I haven't heard anything, but it'll be interesting to see what that could be. He then adds, I would be okay if Tua stays as a backup. If Tua wins a competition, I dare the Dolphins to start him. Only the real survives says, Tua will be cut. That's the only way to save our cap. Take the dead cap hit now. Cap for Life says, Tua can stay, but he got to ride the pine. Let Cousins or Ewers or anyone we draft take the helm. And very quickly to that comment, it kind of goes to what I was saying earlier about it's like, Tua can stay, or if Tua's in the building, it's an open competition, but you have to be in the bench. And for me, that's not an open competition because you're immediately taking someone out of the competition. Now, I understand what you said, Charlie, in terms of Tua's not going to be the same, and he might improve, but probably not in Miami. But for me, and if anything, it will be a damning indictment of the Dolphins if, say, they bring in a Malik Willis or whoever. I'm not so worried if they draft someone like in the second, third, or fourth round, anything like that. And Tua beats him out because Tua's a veteran quarterback, all that kind of stuff. But
All
yeah.
right. So here's the ramifications of Tua being on the roster, let alone like playing. If you cut Tua right now, pre-June 1st, cut, that means he's on the cap for $99 million, and you could shake it after this season. Next season, you start anew. Like, yo, we're free. You know what I'm saying? That's 1 year of misery, which is going to be misery anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be good this year. Let's get it out the way now. You know what I'm saying? However, if you keep Tua on the roster, this is where it gets tricky. If Tua's on the roster, he loses his roster spot to Malik Willis, right? You're paying Tua $52+ million for a year, we'll just call it. And it's probably more like this year too. It could be, who knows what the number is, the cap number is this year. So you're paying $52 million a year for Tua. Malik Willis is starting. This is not like the Michael Penix Jr. and Kirk Cousins situation where Kirk Cousins is a legitimate backup. The difference with Tua is Tua will be backing up Malik Willis. If Malik Willis gets hurt and Tua comes in and then Tua gets hurt with whatever kind of injury that could be season ending or something, there's a chance where it's no longer we'll cut Tua after 26. Like, we might have to old dog for like 2 more years again. So you're playing with this number like, yo, well, keep him. Let's hope he doesn't get hurt. This is one of those situations where like, yo, Tua, don't even come to the building because we don't even want you to get hurt at practice and then we got to owe you some money. Like, no, this is either you cut him now or you play him and understand that if he gets hurt, what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So there's another thing going on here, which is unlikely, and I would bet I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to bet anything. Another thing that could happen is Tua could get traded. Here's why I don't believe Tua is going to get traded. If you trade Tua, you save a boatload of money on the cap. And then it's like we're still here. Like, let alone we're back. Like, we're still here. If you can trade Tua, then you avoid. It's like you hit the. I don't even know what the R1 and the L1 is anymore in Madden, but you hit the juke button on the game. Like, oh, we dodged that. You feel me? So what happens is you trade Tua, and another team decides, all right, I'll take this cap for you. That team is going to say, look, I'll take Tua's contract, but since I'm doing you a favor and taking his contract, you got to give me a pick. There was another team that did this recently. If you know who it was in the comments, let us know. So if a team takes Tua's contract, they're going to say, hey, Miami, we're doing you a favor. What are you going to do for me? Miami will say, hey, I'll give you a fourth. I'll give you a third. You know what I'm saying? And that team's probably going to be smart and be like, nah, bro, this is $99 million. You got to give me a second or a first. Are you willing to trade? Who got cap space right now? The New York Jets, a first-round pick just to take Tua off your hands? Probably not. This is what they do in the NBA all the time. It just very rarely happens in the NFL. So this happened for, I don't know if anyone put it in the comments yet, but this happened with the Detroit Lions. The Rams wanted to move Jared Goff. So they traded Jared Goff and a pick. Like, here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then obviously they got back Matt Stafford. But so there was some balance in that going. But at the same time, it was like, yo, just take him. That's what's going on here. No one's going to take Tua. So basically, you have to either cut him or you're going to play him. And that's what it is.
So I'm looking at an article in Bleacher Report just to kind of go over the finances. We discussed it briefly before, but no harm in discussing it again. Cutting Tua ahead of June the 1st would leave the Dolphins on the hook for $99.2 million in dead money. If he cut him after June 1st, the dead money is 67.4 million in 2026 and 13.4 million in 2027. If you trade Tua before June 1st,
Let's stop right there. So it's less than 99, effectively like 78 million or something, but it's across 2 seasons now. For anyone who's saying, oh, well, that's less money. If you do it this year, it's just this season. And it's more money, but just 1 season. If you do it after June, it's less money, but across 2 seasons. But go ahead, Kadeem, if you trade him.
trading him before June 1st is a 45.2 million dead cap in 2026. He has a 56.4 million cap hit next season. And that's basically what's going to be the issue. So even if the Dolphins trade him at any point, the next team will be on for 56.4 million. And that kind of limits who can take him. You know, there's rumors of, and it's quite interesting. The rumored teams are kind of like the Chiefs, the Rams, there's like teams that are pretty good and don't need a quarterback. But I imagine it's just, you know, one, it's rumors. Two, it's also a backup.
I'm going to entertain this. We're going to entertain this because we're a Miami Dolphins podcast. So we'll entertain this for a second. For those who just let me know who do you think? All right, the Vikings, the Rams, the Chiefs, the Browns, and that's it. Here's the thing. It's not going to happen. He's not an outdoor quarterback in miserable weather. That's not going to happen either. But here's the thing. If Sully wanted to come in and hit and just get the fans behind him, bro, if he pulled off this magic trick where he was able to trade Tua and only incur a $45 million dead cap penalty, dog is off to the right foot, Holmes. Like I am not lying. If he somehow finesses somebody or finagles his way into someone taking Tua and that contract, that is, and this is not like a shot. You know what I'm saying? This is like legit, like, yo, that's crazy that he was able to do this. So if there is somebody out there, the Raiders, I don't know, but the Raiders got Heisman Dozer coming. Anybody, bro, if he gets someone to take him without having to give up a first and a second or a second, like, bro, that's, you know what? I might have to find my conductor's hat. You know what I'm saying? But that's where we at. You got anything else with this, Kadeem, before I turn the page?
Quickly, because there was a question from Jason saying, why does everybody keep talking about Malik Willis? I'm sorry, did they sign Malik Willis? Not to my knowledge, but you guys are talking about him like he's on the team. It's because Malik Willis is a free agent who just been with the Packers. When he came in for Jordan Love at the end of the season, looked by some people pretty decent. And it's kind of like it's a natural assumption to make that people from the Packers would, like Hafley having worked with Willis, Sullivan having been in the building with Willis, be like, hey, come to Miami, you're probably going to be the starter, and kind of go from there. It made a bit more sense when people thought the offensive coordinator could come from the Packers building as well. Maybe not so much with Slowick, but in terms of quote unquote half decent quarterbacks who are going to be available, Willis made the most sense. Although again, his play back end of the season might have been too good in terms of he's going to get a bit of money from another team, and the Dolphins don't have the cap space right now to do it.
I ain't gonna lie, Jason Keck. I am not amongst the people who want Malik Willis here in Miami. I do not trust dog. I do not believe in dog. He had a pretty good couple games coming in as a relief pitcher, but there's a reason why relief pitchers are relief pitchers in the MLB and not starting pitchers. That's all I got to say about that. If Malik Willis comes here and wets the bed, do not come on Go Time Dolphins talking about, oh, they wanted Malik Willis. Nah, bro. Ain't nah, Holmes. So I'm just saying. The New York Jets, the Paper Planes, East Rutherford Paper Planes, are paying in 2026, are paying Aaron Rodgers $35 million. Sauce Gardner, $31 million, and Justin Fields, $23 million. Justin Fields, by the way, another quarterback I'll take over Malik Willis. But
very, very quickly, would you take Anthony Richardson?
No.
Cool.
That being said, that's a good one though, Kadeem. Those type of quarterbacks, they get jiggy on their feet. We don't need you forever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But
there's a lot of Dolphin fans who want Richardson in Miami, and I'm like, I don't get it, but that's me personally.
The same way people feel about Anthony Richardson is how I feel about Malik Willis, bro. No, yeah. Bro. Like, Malik Willis used to look like Anthony Richardson. Matter of fact, Malik Willis used to look worse than Anthony Richardson, bro. Like, this is not a joke. So I'm like, look, it's awesome. Green Bay turned this dude around. It is crazy awesome. I am happy for him, kind of. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't need you I don't need to clock the strike 12 and you turn back into a pumpkin on my team, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? So same thing. Yeah, Anthony Richardson was better than Malik Willis, and now they both trash. So in the context of, well, look what they did with Malik Willis. Maybe they could do it with Anthony Richardson. I get it. But what's the long-term play here? Because if the play is to draft a quarterback this year, which is possible that it could be that, all right, your quarterback should be there for you. If the players, we don't see anything on the horizon, we're not going to go quarterback this year. Get the cap and the positions around quarterback ready to go. And then it doesn't even matter what you do at quarterback. You can just go ahead with Quinn Ewers at that point. You know what I'm saying? We here going through the motions basically until we get our quarterback next year, where there's 8 quarterbacks coming out in the first 2 rounds. Like, y'all could quote that. You know what I'm saying? So we will have a quarterback within the next year or 2, and that's why I'm not willing to move on from HN anymore. I was under the impression that this was going to be a long haul, but now I'm like, our quarterback is right around the corner. We don't need to get rid of HN, and we need to pay him. I hate that I had to go against my daughter that last time, and Kadeem was like, I already said that, but nah, I'm back on the HN train. Like, we need to keep HN. So that's all I got there, man. But about the New York Paper Planes, something that I could have seen coming, but I didn't have time to see it coming. John Gruden was asked to join the coaching staff of the East Rutherford Paper Planes, and he declined. He turned it down. Kadeem, if there was a prop bet in Vegas that said, what team would John Gruden land on when he comes back to coach? I should have seen this coming. And for a lot of people who know where I'm going with this, I'm not going to go there. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of like John Gruden. And I actually don't believe all the allegations. You know what I'm saying? Now, they could be true. I just don't believe them. But if they are true, him going to the Jets would make sense. It's the craziest thing in the world. I'm like, bro, how did I not see this coming? So for those who are out there listening, John Gruden will be the head coach of the New York Paper Planes next season. Not this season, not 2026 season. Aaron Glenn is on the Green Mile. Pardon the pun. You know what I'm saying? You know what the Green Mile is, Kadeem?
I've never seen a movie, and I know of the term the Green Mile. Is it basically the walk? I don't want to get demonetized on Google.
Right.
It's to do with walking. Yeah.
He out of there. He on the way out. And he walking. It turns out the Paper Planes are actually green, so it works out. But John Gruden's going to be the head coach. So now you got the Patriots that we didn't even mention made it back to another Super Bowl before the Dolphins could win a playoff game. Then you got the Paper Planes with John Gruden going to be in our division next year. And then you got Josh Allen calling all the shots because Joe Brady got promoted to head coach. How in the world do you say, we need a change in Buffalo? And then you fire a coach who I don't think you should have fired. We need a change in Buffalo. All right, let's fire the coach. You fire the coach because you need a change. And then you don't even change. You just promote the guy that was under him. That is amazing to me, bro. Hey, I'm here for it though. If you want 4 turnovers a game, I'm here for it. Shout out to Josh Allen for giving us 4 turnovers a game and not getting any heat for it. I love it.
I imagine just quickly on the Buffalo thing, because like I'm not, I don't know everything. But yeah, I said Sean McDermott would leave Buffalo this season because I knew they were winning the Super Bowl, and to be fair, I thought they're losing the wild card game. But I imagine it was they probably thought they were losing the wild card game as well, and it'll be easy losing the wild card, and you're not really behind the 8 ball when it comes to head coaches. But he won and then lost, and at that point it was like, hey, everyone basically had the head coaches in place. It's part of the reason why I was like, I didn't believe in firing Mike McDaniel this season, because I was afraid the Dolphins would be the Bills and basically be left with no one and just have to, like, no offense to him, promote Anthony Weaver. But yeah, so very quickly, Sean McDermott, I believe he said he wants to take a year out. And again, I don't blame him. By the time he got fired, he's not going to join the Browns. Like, there weren't that many good teams left, so you take a year out and come back next year.
He got terminated too late in the process. Jason Keck in the comments said, "What happened? Like, I would have thought he got a job. What happened to the Bills head coach? He just got fired too late in the process. I think there were 9 spots available, coaching spots, and then there was only 3 by the time he got fired. I think something like that. So yeah, he'll be out next year. You know what, Kadeem? I think there were 9 head coaching spots, maybe even 10 head coaching.
I think it's 10 in the end.
I think it was 10 head coaching vacancies in this offseason. And then there were 18 OC vacancies in the league. It's an unprecedented amount of turnover in the NFL this year. And LB said, yo, this was the equivalent to how many O linemen were supposed to come out in the draft last year. Like, dang, bro, we were supposed to get an O line fix last year. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't do that. And now, in something that I've never seen in my lifetime, bro, I've watched football my whole life, and it's definitely not my adult life. But like, maybe I was too young to see something like this happen earlier when I was younger, but I doubt that it did. I've never seen this much turnover in head coaches in the head coaching carousel ever in one offseason. And this is what the Dolphins land with. Like, bro, crazy to me, but yo, what do I know from my couch?
I think I saw there were double check this, but I think there might have been like, no, that's this year. In a recent year, there were again like 10 coaching, or like between like 8 and 10 vacancies. I'm trying to find the exact year. Because yes, there was a lot, 10 this year, but there's been a year quite recently. 2024 there was 8. And I should be able to name all of them very, very quickly. You know when people just be really difficult with the websites. But yeah, there was quite recently another insane coaching changes, and yeah, 2024, I believe there was 8. So yeah, it's not 10, but it's been close.
I got the number. 18 offensive coordinator vacancies this year. 10 head coaching vacancies. 18 offensive coordinator vacancies. That is a lot, bro. I just want to say, this is not the same NFL no more, bro. This is not the same NFL, bro. Like, any team could do it any year. I would not be surprised. I would definitely be surprised if the Saints pull something off next year. Actually, that's crazy. They in the NFC South, so who knows? They could probably make it to the playoffs. But anyway, all right, we're going to go
very quickly. I've got the coaching hires. So David Canales to the Panthers, Aaron Glenn to the Paper Planes, Pete Carroll to the Raiders.
No. Canales been on the Panthers.
No, but I'm saying, but this is the 8 coaching changes in 2024. I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant this year. Go ahead.
No. So Canales to the Panthers, Glenn to the Jets, Carroll to the Raiders, Ben Johnson to the Chicago Bears, Kellen Moore to the Saints, Mike McDaniel to the Seahawks, Dan Quinn to the Commanders, and Kevin Stefanski to the Falcons. And I believe, like 2 of those guys have been fired already?
Hold on, Kadeem, bro. Kevin Stefanski went to the Falcons this year.
And Pete Carroll went this year as well?
Nah.
Yeah, Pete Carroll was one and done with the Raiders.
Stefanski just went to the Falcons like a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
26.
This website's wrong then.
Yeah.
Even so, yeah. Strike that. Right. Fact check was wrong.
Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
You mentioned it at the top of the episode. And I mentioned it, I'll bring it back up now to get your thoughts on not so much what happened, but what this guy said. So, Emmanuel Acho, who the more he talks, the dumber he sounds. It's quite embarrassing at this point. He, on a podcast, don't know what podcast it was, don't care what podcast it was talking about Todd Monkin getting the Cleveland Browns job. And his whole stick was, why is Shedeur Sanders going to listen to Todd Monkin? He never achieved anything. He's not a leader. The Browns are going to listen to him, and basically making it out like Shedeur Sanders deserves better than Todd Monkin as a head coach. And a lot of people turned around and was like, if anything, should it not be Todd Monkin saying to Shedeur Sanders, what have you achieved in this league? Like, I have, as an offensive coordinator, produced one of the best seasons a quarterback had with Lamar Jackson, who should have won MVP, by the way, but didn't. And Shedeur Sanders had one of the worst seasons as a starting quarterback from when he started. Somehow made the Pro Bowl, and then people are going, see, I told you he was good. It's like, yo. So Shedeur Sanders makes the Pro Bowl, Todd Monkin becomes head coach, and people are somehow questioning Monkin like Shedeur Sanders deserves better. What do you make of any of that?
It's not why should Shedeur Sanders listen to Todd Monkin. Why should Todd Monkin even start Shedeur Sanders and not go get another quarterback in the draft this year? Like, who says Shedeur Sanders even starting next year? What's wrong with people, bro? And shout out to Sherrod Steve. And I couldn't really put the pieces together to why Stefanski is getting hated in Atlanta already. Like, didn't do nothing in Atlanta. They already don't want him. They're not behind the coach. And they're probably the mob is probably going to get him out of there, which is crazy. Unless he pulls something out of his hat, which I think is possible. Him and Matt Ryan out there. But it's because Deion Sanders is a Falcon forever. You know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders played baseball and football. Oh, did he play for Atlanta? I know he played for the Reds. You know what? This is a good one. What 2 teams, MLB major league teams, did Deion play for? I know he played for the Reds. I think he played for the Braves. I'm not sure about that Braves part, but obviously he played for the Falcons. So anyway, Atlanta loves dog.
I have the list here, by the way.
So you got the major league teams? You sure they're not minor league teams?
Apparently, so yeah, I've got the teams there.
All right. Who did before Kadeem lets us know who y'all got? Who did Deion Sanders play baseball for? What major league teams did Deion Sanders play for? We'll just let a couple seconds go by before just for the audio listener, you know what I'm saying? And before you answer the question, Kadeem, how many major league baseball teams did Deion Sanders play for?
So Wikipedia has 4.
All right, so 4. I think I can name all 4.
Wait.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go with the 4 Major League Baseball teams that Deion Sanders played for. 1, Cincinnati Reds. 2, Atlanta Braves. 3, New York Yankees. And 4, hold on. Are those 3 right, Kadeem? We on to something. I might have to phone a friend for this last one though. Hold on. Let me move off the comments just in case someone kills it. I don't got this last one. I got 3 out of the 4. Reds, Braves, Yankees, something inside of me. Hold on, all right. Can I pull up a list of the baseball teams? Can you pull up a list of the baseball like of the Major League Baseball team? Because I don't want to go to my phone and have somebody think I'm cheating.
Major League Baseball, 30 teams. Yep, I've got the teams in front of me.
Can I see them, please?
Yeah, well, give me 2 seconds.
Because I want to say Padres, but I don't feel good about that, bro.
Hold
on, you can kill the music.
All right, let's play one more time. I will get rid of this.
Braves, Yankees, Reds.
There you go, Charlie. I'll make it bigger for you.
Dang, bro, you can't like go to MLB.com or something? I can barely read this.
Is that any?
Oh, that's better. That's all right. All right. So we got. It wasn't the Diamondbacks. I don't think it was the A's. Orioles, Boston, Cubs, White Sox, Reds. Wasn't them. Oh, it could have been Detroit. KC. Wasn't Houston. That'll be too cool. I don't think it was the Dodgers. Wasn't the Marlins. Wasn't the Brewers. Wasn't the Twins. Could have been the Mets. I doubt it. Shout out to my favorite baseball player of all time. Played for the Mets. Darryl Strawberry. Dog got a crazy story. Hitting them in the parking lot. And I'm not talking about home runs. Phillies, Pirates, Padres, San Fran, Mariners, Cardinals, Devil Rays. Was it the Cardinals? Deion Sanders. You know, whoever this team is, he didn't do good on them. And he wasn't there for a long time. Blue Jays, Nationals. Scroll up a little bit. All right. Let me use a lifeline, Kadeem. Can I get a lifeline?
Yeah. What lifeline would you like?
Is it a National League team or an American League team?
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy that question.
I know, but I feel like if you just go to like MLB.com, you can see, or you can just put list of National League teams, and then
it is a National League team.
All right, can you pull up a list of National League teams, please? Damn it.
National League. I don't know how to get it all in one, so.
Hold on. National League: Braves, Reds, Yankees, Phillies, Mets. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, bro.
Going Cardinals?
Nah, I'm not. San Fran Padres. I said Padres. Damn it. It's not a good team, bro. I'm just give me.
He was there for 1 year.
1 year. I knew it, but it's some team that like I don't even remember this. It's this is like Jason Taylor playing for the Paper Planes. Who remembers that? You know what I'm saying? Who remembers Randy Moss playing for the Titans? This is hard, bro. I shouldn't dug myself this hole. I'm going to scroll back up. Scroll back down. I was going with the Cardinals. I'm going with the first guess I had, which was the Padres. Let's do it.
I don't have a negative sound like
Who was it?
The Giants.
It was the Giants, bro. Dang, that's crazy. Damn it. That was tough, Kadeem. I did pretty good though, bro.
You did. Yeah, fair play.
Dang, bro.
Yeah. So
But anyway, long story short, I think that's why Stefanski is getting the bad boos already before the season started because they love Deion down there.
It's funny. I know some Falcon fans, and it's not even that. They just think Stefanski's trash. It had nothing to do with Shador. They just think he's trash. Let me find the guy they wanted. And again, these are people who, yeah, it is what it is. But they were talking the other day. Someone got a job, and they were like, "We should have hired him." Todd Monkin. They were like, "Todd Monkin is a great hire. That's who the Falcons should have hired." And I was like,
the Falcons. That's who the Falcons hired.
Or the Falcons should have hired. Yeah,
that's what they should have hired. I don't know about that. I'm not in on Todd Monkin actually.
I'm surprised he didn't join the Harbaugh in the Giants. That seemed like the most obvious thing to do, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Jackson Dart now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Very, very, very quickly, your thoughts on McDaniel to the Chargers?
We could have did this during the episode. I was shocked that he turned down the Buffalo Bills as a head coach. So for those who don't know, McDaniel turned down the Buffalo Bills head coaching interview. He was scheduled and canceled. Like, nah, I'm good. A couple of other people did it too, but McDaniel did it. So I'm like, wait a minute, what job are you waiting for to become a head coach of again? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, people don't want to. I'm good, Cleveland. Again, McDaniel didn't go to Cleveland. He's like, no, I'm good. But dang, the Bills. So all this, the Bills' best team in the league, best quarterback in the league, or whatever. Like, we're not even gonna interview there. You know what I'm saying? So he's just I want to be OC at LA. So if this is I just want to get my name back up there before I get another head coaching job. Is it that, or is it I just want to be a OC because it's too much being a head coach right now? I don't know, bro. So I was McDaniel. You can't get that job over Joe Brady or Todd. What's the name? Joe Brady, yeah.
Joe Brady, yeah.
Like, yo, pretty intriguing if McDaniel comes in over Joe Brady, and now you got Allen doing the tour plays with the cannon, right? So I don't know, bro. I can't root for him in LA, unfortunately, because everybody's done scarred me up with Herbert. You feel me? So I can't really root for that no more. But I really wanted him to go somewhere where I could root for him, but I can't now.
I think he turned down the Bills interview because he knew he wasn't going to get the job. I imagine, like, because what kind of came out through insiders and all that kind of stuff was that Josh Allen was going to have some say in it, and at that point I can imagine McDaniel going, "No, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not coming for an interview to be told that the quarterback doesn't want me." It's like, nah, that's not how it works. So yeah, I don't have it written down, but I believe we had a bet on it whether McDaniel became an OC or a head coach.
It was a bet.
What did you pick?
I picked head coach.
I genuinely thought you picked OC. I don't have it written down, but
nah. Hey, I'm a man of the people, Kadeem. I could be honest. I could take the arrows when I gotta take the arrows. It's nothing to me. You feel me? But I will say this. That's odd to me, bro. Like, you just not gonna take no head coaching job? Like, I don't know, Kadeem. I like to bet on myself. I like to be like, nah, bro, I could turn this around. You know what I'm saying? And now here's the hard part. And I'm not getting on them because, yeah, you want to bet on yourself, but when your opportunity is Cleveland would have took them. There's no
100%.
doubt about it. They would have took them. So if you like, my only opportunity ever is to be of a head coach, I only get one more chance at this, which it happens like that sometimes. Even Vic Fangio, you know what I'm saying? He's well respected in the NFL. I think he only got one head coach opportunity. So, and then there's other people like Vic Fangio who only gets one head coach opportunity, but will be Hall of Fame coordinators. So, you got McDaniel just had a head coaching opportunity, and he's like, yo, if I only get one other bite at the apple, which I might not even get, I don't want it to be in Cleveland. I can understand that, right? And as much as I said I would like to bet on myself, like, come on, man, like that's part of it, the challenge. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. For me, I just like the risk. I like the challenge. I want to be a head coach. Let's do it. I'm going out. This is the hill I'm willing to die on. And then to not even go interview for Buffalo, I didn't like that, bro. Like, bro, it's Buffalo, one of the most coveted jobs in the NFL, and you're not even going to interview. Here's the thing. I appreciate it because he was the Dolphins head coach. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing about Buffalo now. Buffalo have put themselves in the corner. You have a GM who came in with your head coach, and you let go of the head coach, and then promoted the GM. And how you do that? Dog got 2 Pro Bowlers out of 56 picks. like what's going on here? So now you have the GM like in the circle of trust. You know what I'm saying? If I'm meeting the Fockers, you got the GM and Josh Allen all huddled up with the owner, who apparently came out at the side of his neck back in the Kaepernick days, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? They're all in cahoots, and then now you're the man on the outside, but you're supposed to be the head coach of the team. So I could understand if a head coach don't want to go in that situation. Like, nah, bro. Like, obviously, I can't even. If we fail, it's on me. It's not even on the GM. It's not on it's not on the quarterback. It's not on the owner. It's just on me. That's crazy. So I can understand that. But I don't have any sources for this, but I will say I think he wanted to be on the West Coast. I think he's a West Coast dude. I think his family is West Coast. They wanted to be on the West Coast, and it's like, you know what? I kind of like my chances with this Chargers opportunity, and I could go make a name over there and stay on the West Coast. So I think it worked out.
Yeah, I agree. There's a few comments from Jason Keck on it. He says McDaniel's a clown, not a head coach. He knows he can't do it. He's Nick Saban without the success in college. I just think I disagree with all of that, first and foremost. But yeah, I just think the right head coaching opportunity for him wasn't available. You know, going for a year at least, go and work with Justin Herbert, who, if we're honest, he gets a lot of people fired. That's not, or a lot of people have lost their job working with Justin Herbert since he's been drafted into the league. But in terms of opportunities to work with a quarterback or a good quarterback, there's not many out there. Say we went about Justin Herbert. He's well thought of in the league. Fred Warner spoke about him today, by the way. So yeah, I think it's a good choice for him. You know, I think the Lions would have been the perfect choice because the Lions are a good team, but Chargers probably second or third up there with what was available. And I can see him doing well in LA, and being one of the most sought after head coaches in the 2027 coaching cycle.
Well, you said Herbert got a lot of people fired. Josh Allen got Ken Dorsey fired, his head coach fired. Now they promoted the Ken Dorsey's replacement. How many more people we gotta terminate before it's like, all right, Josh, what's going on here? I'm just saying.
Compared to Justin Herbert, though.
No. Just Herbert had more people.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
And it's funny that we're talking about these two when none of them have anything to show for anything. But I had to take one more jab out of here. Get us out of here.
Is our next episode the awards episode?
It is. We got the GTD awards. We got the GTD awards coming up.
Next Friday, February 6th, the GTD Awards. It's going to be a good one.
Unless something, something pops up and we got to cover it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But as of right now, the next scheduled episode is the 6th of February. GTD Awards. Is it the 4th annual or is it third?
Hold on. When is the NFL Awards? Is it the 5th?
No, it's the 7th. Like
the 7th?
Yeah, I'll double check.
The 7th is a Saturday, isn't it? Is it always on a Saturday? It's on the weekend?
It's not the day before the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
NFL Honors 2026. How did we get this wrong? Right.
I don't think we got it wrong. I think we're just doing it on air.
Right. No, because we discussed this. Right. So now we're officially on air. The awards are on the 5th, which is a Thursday. You are correct.
Right. So I think our awards should be on the Wednesday then. Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
What's your schedule look like for next Wednesday?
Unless I'm at the gym working out.
Man, all right. We did get this wrong because I gotta check my schedule now. So it looked like the GTD Awards is Friday. We gonna go with Friday. GTD Awards on Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. GTD Awards Friday, the 6th of February. You should be subscribed. You'll know notification bell, all that kind of stuff. But until then, we shall see you soon. Peace.
Oopsie.